So I want to start this thing off. I want to first thank everybody for checking us out. And if you're having problems with your 2015 Hyundai Genesis and you want your DRLs brighter, this is the video for you. It's a simple mod. It takes some time. Unfortunately, I already had mine installed, and people on Facebook and on the forums asked me to make a video. It is a caveat. The way this mod works, your stock amber DRLs will still come on unless you turn them off with a switch. So with this mod, you'll be driving around with some amber DRLs, and the bright ones that's on the 17s and the 18s still gonna look like that. It's just gonna have your amber DRLs. So I'm gonna give you the relay instructions so that you have it. I'm about to give it to you now, so you're gonna pause it and it'll make sense once you finish watching the video. I don't know if you can understand my handwriting, but this is a standard 12 volt relay. Okay, has 5 prongs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you should be looking at the relay just like this. 2 prongs should be horizontal, 3 should be vertical. The prong at the top is going to stay empty. 87A, like I said, once you finish watching the video, it will go to the fuse box. In the fuse box, under the hood, it's a place that's labeled washer, and it's a 20 amp. And this is the fuse in the fuse box, right? It's a 20 amp, and you use the method I did, which I wouldn't suggest, but I only know it's a temporary fix. You want to use the left prong, because if you use the right prong, it's always going to be hooked up. If you like blow the fuse, it's not going to pop. So 85, you're going to hook up to the orange wire on the driver's side. On the driver's side, light harness. So it's going to be a harness when you just going directly into your headlight. The orange wire, you'll see it. I'll show you in the video. That's the wire you're going to hook up to 85. 30, you're going to have to drill a hole in the bottom of the low plate that I'm going to show you in the video. And this is going to go to your DRLs. And you're going to ground this one. Now, you're only going to need one of these, because what I did is I ran 2 wires. One going to go to your right headlight. One going to go to your right. And another one going to go to your left. Okay. So this output is going to fire both daytime running lights. It's not just going to be individual, because you would need it 2 relays. And this is just part 1, because part 2 I want to actually, what's my hand in there? In part 2 I want to actually hook it up so when you put your park brake on, it actually cut it. What's going on, YouTube? Your boy Issues King here, back at it again, trying to do some more car stuff like we do. I got my 2015 Hyundai Genesis. This is a 2nd gen, and the biggest issue with these cars is they don't have the daytime running lights are these. So when you get 2016, I don't know if it's a 2016, like 2017, 2018, and up to the new body style, the daytime running lights are these right here. And on the 15, they only use the turn signal that comes on amber, and when you use your turn signal, it blinks. So I kind of wanted the cool look, and I figured a way to do it. Now, this is phase 1, but I wanted to put it out there because it's not a lot on the internet to show you how to do it, and the tutorials, and people have been hitting me on Facebook and asking me how I did it, so I'll put a video out there. First thing you need is basic knowledge of electronics. That's the main thing you want. Here's a couple tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need an impact drill, some snips, some wire strippers, a relay, a multimeter. So I got these, which are awesome, off of Amazon, and basically it goes into your fuse box, and the stock fuse goes here and your new fuse goes on the top. But the fuses that's in this car, way small. This is a mini, so I gotta reorder it. But if you can get these off Amazon, you'll see what I'm doing. They're awesome. So, pullers, but I changed mine in my car, so you understand what I'm saying. Electrical tape and the drill. All right, so let me first start my car so you can see how this looks. Got my Viper, so it's unlocked. So I'm gonna start my car up. You can see the daytime running lights right there. Okay, it's pretty cool how the daytime running lights are just running. It looks stationary on my end, but you can see that the daytime running lights are going. Unfortunately, your stock DTRs are still on, but I'm going to get in the car and turn my stock DTRs off so you can see what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, I don't have my keys, so the car don't like when you start and open the door and you ain't got your key. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get my keys. Let me get my car. Let me start the car so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So on here, you know, you can see the DTL are off. If you turn them off, right, usually your ambers would be off. So you see I pulled the switch off and they're on. Nice and bright. Now, without this mod that I'm gonna show you, they won't be bright. You just turn on your parking lights, they're still going to be like dull. So I'm gonna show you when I turn my parking lights on, or your parking lights or your headlights, they're gonna dim. That's what you're gonna need the relay for. So let me show you that. So that's what the daytime running lights on. That's what your headlights are, okay? So they dim, as you can see, if I go down, they're bright. See how bright they are? They go right here, they dim. Bright, dim. Bright, dim. So like I said, like your stock DTRs are the ambers. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but the stock DTRs are your ambers. And at this point in time, I still haven't been able, this was just a quick fix just so I can get it done. So these come on whenever the ignition comes on, your DRLs, keep calling DTLRs, it's a shoe store. Your DRLs actually come on whenever you turn the ignition on. So you don't have to turn the park light thing on, it comes on with the ignition. But they still have the ambers, which is something I still got to figure out. Secondly, when you pull your e-brake, that's how you, even if you had the DRL switch on, you pulled your e-brake, they will automatically go off. I still got to put that on there, which is something easy. I probably could do it today, but I'm just making this video so y'all see how to do this mod. Pop the hood. So some people say you gotta take off the whole headlight, which you do not. And they say you gotta have small hands. I do not. This is my face. This is how big my hands is. So I have small hands. So you can do this without taking off the bumper, taking headlights out. So, like I said, you need your multimeter to check your voltage and stuff. Door popper, something. This for ground, electrical tape, strippers, impact gun, and a relay. Now the relay is for so when you turn your headlights on, that it cuts the mod that we're installing off, because I didn't know if that was going to interfere with that through the ECU. So I made it so when the headlights come on, the brightness goes off. And this is just a harness that plugs into the relay. So if you don't know what a basic relay is, these two are connected. This 87A and 30 are connected. These two turn your relay on. So just imagine if you're looking at my hand, I don't know if I can get this in, that these two, the middle and the bottom are connected. Right now, if I hook something up, if I hook this harness up and I hook the wire in here, it will just travel through because these are connected. As soon as you activate the relay, it opens up like that. So now the top prong and the last prong are connected. So if this was like your turning signal, it would be going tick, 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 tick. It'll be open and closing. And the way that you activate a relay, if you don't know, is you have to put positive on this. If you put positive on this side, you will have to put negative on that side, or vice versa. Don't matter what side. If negative, if positive is on this side, negative. Whatever's on one side of this relay on 85, the opposite has to be on 86. So right now, 12 volts is going from the parking lights, and this is grounded. So when the parking lights turns on, this, instead of being connected from the ignition, this clicks up and nothing's going through this, so the lights are not powered. So I'm just trying to give you a quick tutorial of how this works. So let's get to taking this off. I replaced mine. The stock ones have the ones that you push in like this. This stock one, I replaced mine with these. So at this time, I'm gonna pop these off and get this cover off. Just realized that I can put this on the trash can because I don't have no stand for. Got you. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna put this on the trash can, so start taking some of the stuff. So you take off this, put it somewhere, switch to your 10 millimeter. So 10 millimeter you need for this bolt. Take it off and get the air box out. And it's this one, and this one in the box will come out. So we got this one off, and this is loose, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the box up and out. Okay, so let me try to get some light. Maybe you can't see in here. This mod is really simple. It's not complex. So right now, half the work is almost done. Okay. All right. So you can see down here. So the headlight thing is right here. You can see my relay. Got my relay taped down right there. Wired up. Different wires going different places. So the first thing you gotta do is turn this so you can open it up. Put that to the side. Okay. Alright. So I don't know if you can see in here. Yes. So right there. See where you got that zip tie? What a zip tie is, it would be the harness that you need to get to. So for me, it was easy because you can, it's under there, directly under, it's another tab that you can turn. Just like you turn, it's another one of these right at the bottom, and they turn and it comes out. Okay, so see that? I don't know if I'm focusing. Right there. See? I got some glue and some sealant right there, so that's where my hole's going. So it's going to trying to get focus on, doing terrible because I'm trying to look at my laptop while I do this. This harness right here. So the harness, it's right there. I'm trying to show this to y'all. Really hard because there's not that much light down here. So basically, the harness that has that gray and brown wire, that's the harness that you got to do. So this is how I got to it. Put this right here. If you literally put your hands in and pull it directly out, see, there it is. This little thing right here. So my little wire came out. What's going on? How you doing? So my wire came out, and you can see it right here. So this last, you got the gray wire, you got the brown wire, and at the time I didn't have a depenning thing, so I couldn't depen it. So I just put the wire in there to get a connection, which I wouldn't tell people to do that. So I might put some tape on this right now. And you're gonna put a wire in that the empty pin. You're gonna put a wire in an empty pin. If you have one that you can stick in there, like you have a de-pinning tool, and you can de-pin it and clip it in there, that'll work. Or you can do what I did, put a wire in there, zip tie it, tape it so it don't move, and plug it back in to that harness. So this harness right here, it's a little black one, you'll see it on the board. And like I said, you can definitely get to it. I did not have to take the light out to get to it. And I'm gonna wrap this in tape like I supposed to the first time, and then I'm gonna plug it back into the board, and then we're gonna go to the second step. So I can't hold this and try to do it at the same time, so I'm gonna turn this off and I'll be right back. All right, so put my little tape on there, as you can see. Now I'm about to plug it back into the board. See if I can. Can't really get a good showing of how I do it, but it is what worked for me is because I loosened the bottom, the little bottom plate, so you can kind of put your fingers in the top and the bottom plate at the same time. So it kind of works. See, plugged right back in. Maybe that's better. Yeah. See it? Right at the bottom of that box. It's a green box down there. Okay. So, next thing you're gonna have to do is you have to drill a hole in that bottom cover that I told you took off, just like so. Drill one hole with that wire that you had, seal it up. Put it back on so you don't have no water issues. Put that back on. And I forgot which wire it was for the parking lights. So it looks like I'm going to have to cut open my beautifully hidden wires. If you want your wires like this, you can go on Amazon and Google Tesla tape, and that'll give you everything that you need. The Tesla tape is great. It looks stock. Once it get dirty, you wouldn't even know it's under here. So next thing you gotta do is, once you have that wire, go into that board, coming out, drill your little small hole, coming out the bottom of your light. That's one wire that we need. The second wire we need is from the parking lights. So we know, like I said before, when your parking lights come on, when your headlights come on, our mod turns off. We don't want to mess with the electrical system. So let's find the parking light. So your park light wire it's only on the 2015. It's the wire all the way at the bottom, and it's orange. It's this orange wire. That's the signal. That's your parking light wire. So you need to tap into that wire, solder it, get you some electrical snips, and solder it. Have a wire coming out of that. Done. The next wire you need to get is your ground wire. So mine is grounded to the frame. Take something, scratch up the frame a little bit. Make sure you get it to bare metal and get you a good ground. Take a little butt cap, a screw, grounded to the car. So that's 3 wires, right? Now we have the wire that's going to turn out daytime running lights on. We have that's going inside of your headlight. We have the parking light wire that's going to turn out daytime running lights on, off, the bright ones off when it's time to drive your car. And then we have the ground. So we have 1 more wire, and then I'm gonna draw a little diagram. I'll put your headlight thing back on. I'm gonna draw a little diagram to show you what to do. So it's exactly the same thing on your passenger side. Your passenger side, the only thing that you will be taking off is just to get that wire and that 3-pin plug that's at the bottom of the board, just so you can turn your daytime running light on. And then the last wire that we need to do. So I ran my wires across here, Tesla tape, ran it across, down behind the box, and up through here. So this is what I was saying earlier that you will need feeds for. Amazon sent me the wrong ones, because from your fuse box you'll need your ignition. So when the car turns on, it gets its power from the car. You can go inside the car and get a hard ignition, but I tested in this fuse box, and this is the fuse that I use. I used the one, this 20 amp, and it says washer. It's the one that I use. Now, if you tap off of this ghetto way that I did it, you test the fuse box, and there's 2 prongs. One prong goes to wherever the thing's going to, and the other prong is constantly battery. So you have to get it on the left side if you're looking at the fuse. I wouldn't do it this way. I would definitely get one of these, but I just did it like this until these arrive from Amazon. You'll put this in here, but clearly this won't fit, and then you'll run it across. That's how you get your power. I use 20. It says washer. There's some stuff on this car. So it got headlight washers and all that stuff. They must be killing it over in Korea, because this thing must be amazing. So once you get that wire, you run it down, run it through here, run it across to your relay, and we're gonna wire the relay up. Then once you wire your relay up, turn your ignition on, you'll have your DRLs. So let me put this back together. This is the reverse. Just put the box on, put your screws down, just reverse what we did to put it back on, tighten up your wires, and then I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna draw the diagram so you won't get confused. So I'm gonna use washer 20 amp on this for the power, the ignition that I'm going to get, and I'm gonna use orange for the parking light wire. So let me put this back together, and once I put it back together, I go back, I cut this off, go upstairs, get you that diagram. air box on those three screws. Putting our bar back on. It's your two 12s, 12 millimeters, 1 and 1. Easy peasy. Always do a tool check before you close up. Well, mine's work, but I'm gonna turn it on to make sure. You should always check this before you put it together. Probably gonna need the key to do that, right? So there we go. Nice, bright. Daytime. Sunny day, nice and bright. So to put the cover on, so now I'm putting this back on. You gotta, like I said, the only thing different that you're gonna do is wire up the relay. Of course, you ain't gonna put yours on until you gotta install and testing it. Give me about the next video. I'll do a part 2 to this. Is me actually hooking it up. I figure I definitely know how to turn off. So when you hit the parking brake, that the bright DRLs turn off. You were sitting in a parking lot or something. But I'm still trying to figure out how to disengage the stock daytime running lights, because it's a one wire system. So it's not like it's 2 wires going to that bulb. It's only, I mean, the 3 wires going to that bulb, it's only 2. So the turn signals and the park lights all go off of 1 wire. I've seen someone that actually did it. You can either turn your daytime running lights off, and you'll just have the bright LEDs driving. I mean, you can always do that, but I want it to work like it's supposed to, so I gotta do a little bit more research. So I'm gonna go in, give you this the write-up on the relay, and that'll conclude the video.